Hello children, welcome to NEET World. This is Narayani. I am your foundation biology educator. So in yesterday's session children, we finished the level 3 questions. In the part 2 all questions we done it, right? And I given you some more homework to you children as a fill in the blanks. I think all of you given me, some of you send me the answers. So let's discuss what I given in previous class homework. So before going to the start this session children, I would like to and now I would like to tell you very important news for you children. Here we are providing the foundation summer camp course for the students of 6 to 10 people who are upcoming of 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th people. So we have one doubt, right? So why foundation is very important? Because children, if your basics are strong, thereby you can, when you are and in the class of 11th and 12th, it is very easy to make those exams easily, because the core concepts which are, we have to understand the basic level information is present in this foundation summer camp course children. And here we are categorized 15 days of foundation summer camp course. Here in the first 10 days, the core concepts which are dealing with very important concepts for the examinations of NEET and JEE. And after 10 days children, the 2 days is of we are focusing on the activity based learning. There you can learn about the how you can practically analyze how it is happening and all that. So here we are providing the activity based learning, and after 12 days we are providing the 13th day we are conducting the quiz. Quiz is very important. You check your efficiency children, and for your encouragement we are also providing the gift prizes also. There you can actively participate in the quiz. So in the period of after the 13 days children, we are providing the cumulative assessment of the subjects we are discussing with you. So we are going to discuss the subjects of physics, chemistry, biology and mathematics. These are the 4 subjects we are going to deal with it. So after 14 days, which is very important children, so 15th day is very important for you, because we are providing the one-on-one career guidance program. So if you have a goal, you don't know how to go there, how to achieve it, you don't know what kind of exams is there for you to achieve those exams. So what kind of different paths of if you have like the biology or maths, so what kind of paths are there. So we will pin to pin we will provide the career guidance program in the 15th day. This is how we categorize the 15 days plan of the foundation summer camp children. And for the both CBSE and SSC also we are providing the foundation course. So we are categorized these 15 days like this children, and the mode of learning is through digital panel. We are creating the amazing videos for you get to the concept to be understood. And the mode of learning is through offline and also online. Those who are interested to come to offline children, you happily come to our institute name called NEET World, present in Narayani, Hyderabad. Those who want to go through the online children, you can access through in our app name called Medwell. If you want to join through online, down scrolling number is there, no children, contact with that number. So we will give you the information queries. If you have any queries, just inquire with that number, then we will give you the every information about our foundation course, and we will give you access on the our app name called Medwell. There you can happily see watch our classes. So you can improve your efficiency. So basics should be very strong. Then you can easily crack the examinations, competitive examinations children. So this is what about our summer camp foundation course children. And very important news children. So the first 1 week classes are absolutely free. There is no need to payment of 1 rupee also. So first watch the classes, then you can enroll our course foundation summer camp. It is very useful for you. So this is what our foundation summer camp children. So let's see the today's class. So I given you homework of 1 question. See, I hope all of you understood these questions. These are very simple questions I given you as a homework children. So some of you send me the answers directly. So let's discuss now here. So dash are microorganisms that carry out photosynthesis and algae. So there are 5 categories of microorganisms based on their similarities and dissimilarities. We categorize the microorganisms, and based on the traits, characteristic features, as it is we are divided into they are divided into the studies of microbiology divided into based on the similarities and dissimilarities. they are divided into 5 major groups. One is bacteria, fungi, protozoa, algae and viruses. So here they are given children, they are asking the dash microorganisms that carry out photosynthesis almost aquatic. They are aquatic, they are almost aquatic they are saying. So here the which microorganisms have the property of having the chlorophyll. So it is a algae children. The direct answer it is a algae. Algae are autotrophic microorganisms which can prepare their own food with the help of the chlorophyll. So they are autotrophs, they are not depending on the food for other organisms. So my algae are the microorganisms that carry out photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is nothing but they can prepare their own food with the help of the sunlight and are mostly they are aquatic. Right, here is the answer is, the first question answer is algae. Coming to the next question children, they are asking dash or non-green saprophytic. Non-green saprophytic organisms that reproduce by spores, which means they lack of chlorophyll. They lack of children chlorophyll. They do not having the chlorophyll. Is absolutely not the algae, because algae having the chlorophyll. So we can directly eliminate this option. So they are saprophytic. They are acting as a decomposers also. What is saprophytes children? So they can act on the dead on decaying matter, right? So we know that the primary example of the the breakdown of the complex organic materials like plants, animals, dead materials, they break down easily by the bacteria along with the fungi, right? So the answer may be the bacteria also. So let's see the next question. So next sentence. So saprophytic organism that reproduce by spores. Is the bacteria is reproduced by spores? No, they follow the binary fission. So the parent individual follow to form the two daughter individuals, they follow the binary fission, right children? So they reproduce by spores. Reproduce by spores means fungi. Fungi is a non-green and saprophytic organisms that can reproduce by spores. Here the answer is what children? Here the answer is fungi, because fungi is reproduced by spores, right? So here the answer is fungi. So coming to the next question children. So dash are single cell organisms that can be both useful and harmful. Of course, they are single cell living organisms that can be both useful and harmful also. It is a direct question children. For this is the answer is bacteria, because the bacteria, lactobacillus bacteria, which helps in the useful bacteria to form the making of milk into curd, right? So harmful. So many bacterial infections affects the both humans, plants and also animals. They act as both useful and also harmful. So here is the answer is children bacteria. Here is the answer is bacteria. So here is the answer is children bacteria. So coming to the next question children. Amoeba and paramecia are examples of. These are the two examples come under the group of bacteria or algae or viruses or protozoa. So these are the examples of children protozoa. These are the examples of protozoa. They act as parasites, right children? So most of the protozoa acts as parasites and some of they are not act as a parasites. So these are the main examples of the protozoa. So protozoa are the first eukaryotic animals because they don't have the presence of cell wall. Is the protozoans having the cell wall children? Protista, the group of protista having the cell wall? No, there is no cell wall in the protista. Then nothing but protozoans doesn't have the cell wall. So is animals having the cell wall? No. Is we have the cell wall children? Humans have the cell wall? No, these animals doesn't have the cell wall. As they are eukaryotical, multicellular organisms also, they don't have children, they don't have cell wall. So here is the answer is protozoa. Coming to the next question. So dash can reproduce only inside the host body. So here what is the, they can reproduce only inside the host. Is bacteria can only reproduce by inside the host? No, because they are omnipresent. They are surviving in the hot springs, cold springs, and the polar regions also they are surviving because of the having the cell wall. So bacteria is acting as a living characteristic outside the host also. So it is the answer is not the bacteria. So what it is, children? So it is a virus. Virus can reproduce only inside the host, right? Without the host, it acts as a non-living. It exhibits the non-living characteristics, right? So coming to the next question, dash is a fungus in making of bread and alcohol. They are asking, dash is a fungus used to making bread and alcohol. So yeast is a unicellular fungi which helps in the, which used to make in bread and alcohol, because the process of fermentation occurs in the, by preparing the bread and alcohol. So by the formation of, by the process of fermentation, so the bread is so fluffy and soft, and it produces the alcohol also. So here is the answer is yeast. Coming to the next question, the bacteria has dash helps in nitrogen fixation, which involves in the symbiotic relationship. Which bacteria, children, which shows the symbiotic relationship? It is a rhizobium bacteria which is present in the leguminous plants. Leguminous plants helps in nitrogen fixation, right? So coming to the next question, dash causes disease like COVID-19 and flu. Is it COVID-19 is a virus, bacteria, or protozoa, children? So COVID-19 is a virus. Virus cause disease like COVID-19 and flu. So we'll discuss, children, everything elaborately. So this is about the, I given the homework for you. So these are very direct, simple questions. You all know about it. So if any queries, just ping me, children, in the comment section. So this is what about the yesterday's homework. So today in this session we are going to discussing about the assertion and reasoning questions. Children, while dealing with the assertion and reasoning questions, you have to analyze the assertion, given assertion, and reason also. If the given assertion is, if it is true or not, you have to check. If it is true, the reason for the given question, for the given assertion, the answer is relatable or not, we have to see. If it is not, we have to say that, assertion is correct, but if the reason is not correct. If the reason is correct also, it is not apt for the, given condition. Then you have to, say that, assertion is true, reason also true, but the reason is not correct explanation of assertion, right? If the reason is false, assertion is correct. So we have to say assertion is correct, but reason is absolutely false. So if reason is correct, assertion is false, we have to write that. So given assertion is wrong and given, reason is true. So while doing these assertion and reasoning questions, children, we have to analyze the questions, one or two times. If it is related or not, we have to check it. So for suppose example, see, in the given assertion, so I came to the institute, okay, I came to the institute for the to taught you, to teaching you. So here the reason is given. Today explained topics are, suppose I am dealing with the assertion and reasoning questions, no? So I am dealing with the MCQs, right? So for teaching, and the reason is also correct. I came for teaching and it is related, the reason is also related, because the reason is what, children? What are the topics I need to discuss, it is related. I came to the institute for the teaching, and the reason here, so here the reason is given like, so having a coffee. It is relatable? Not relatable. Why it is not relatable, children? Because I came to an institute for the purpose of teaching. So the reason is not linked with the assertion. So here this is how we have to analyze the questions very clearly, children. Then you can make the statements correct. So while in the examinations of NEET and NEET also, you have lot of assertion and reasoning based questions. So if you practice now onwards when it is making for you, it will be so easy, children. So here they given in each of the following questions a statement of assertion is given followed by corresponding statement reason. Assertion and reason they will give. So we have to analyze which is correct. If it is the both assertion and reason is correct, means we have to keep both assertion and reason are true, and we have to check the reason is correct explanation of assertion or not, also we have to check. If it is correct explanation, we have to take A, and if it is not, if both assertion and reason are true but it is not the correct explanation of assertion, we have to analyze that it is a wrong answer. Suppose if I came to an institute to teach you and I have make a schedule also, so it is I came to for both the purposes, but so in related to teaching I given the reason? No, right? So this is how we have to analyze if the both assertion and reason are true also, but reason is not, should not be it is not correct explanation of, means not correct explanation of assertion, means you have to go through the second option. If the assertion is true but reason is false, there is no related, like I came for have a coffee, these are all wrong statements. So we have to keep the C as the option for it. In the D option, if assertion is false but reason is true, they are saying. If the assertion given question, given assertion is itself wrong but reason is true. So if it is like this, we have to correct the answer of D. So let's move to the questions, children. Here the first question is, fungi are heterotrophic and they lack chlorophyll, they are saying. So here see, children, heterotrophic. Is the fungi are autotrophic? No, they are act as a they act as a saprophytes also, as they are eukaryotic animal, eukaryotic species also, children. They come under the group of eukaryotic also. Eukaryotic also, they have they cannot prepare their own food because they don't have, they lack of chlorophyll. Is the fungi having the chlorophyll, children? So the fungi doesn't have the chlorophyll. So that is why the reason, so they cannot prepare their own food. That is why they are heterotrophs. They are dependent on the other organisms for their food. So they act as a saprophytes. So saprophytes, or else as a parasites, or else they act as a parasites. So here the saprophytes are what, children? Along with the bacteria, they act on the dead and decaying matter and break down those complex molecules into the small, simple molecules, simple forms. Thereby it can absorb the energy. So this is how they act on the, dead and organic matter. So or else they cause the fungal infections by acting on the, they cause the disease for the humans, plants and animals. So they act as a both saprophytes and parasites. Here they are given, they are dependent organisms are given. That is why they are given the statement as heterotrophic, they exhibit the heterotrophic nutrition. So they lack chlorophyll. Of course it is related now, children, because they lack chlorophyll. That is why they are dependent organisms. So here the both assertion and reason are true. So here the assertion is true because they act as a children heterotrophic, right? They act as heterotrophic, and because they are acting of the heterotrophic because of that they don't have the chlorophyll. Here the both assertion and reason are true, and the reason also correct explanation of assertion. So here the answer is, children, A. So here the answer is A. So here the first one, the first question answer is, children, A. So 1 minute. Okay. Here the first one answer is, children, A. So coming to the next question. So I hope all you clear about this, children. So what are the examples of unicellular fungi, children? It is a yeast. What are the examples of multicellular? Rhizopus, mushrooms. There are examples of, those are all examples of, children, multicellular fungi. Here is the next question they given. So they given what, children? 1 minute. Okay. So here they given the assertion, the parasitic fungi causes number of plant diseases. Here they given it is a parasitic fungus. The parasitic fungus cause number of diseases in plants. So the reason is absolutely correct, right? So the parasitic fungi cause number of diseases. The parasitic means which acts on the host, right children, for their shelter and nutrients. They are they dependent on the other organisms. They are exhibiting the parasitic mode, right. The region is giving the involved in the nutrient cycling also. If it is the case children, so the given assertion about the fungal disease in plants, right, which means in plants are acting as a parasitic mode of nutrition. So here they are saying fungi involved in nutrient cycling. So they have to given the plant related diseases means it is apt for the the reason is apt for the assertion. But here is not given like that. They are given as fungi are involving in nutrient cycling. So here the assertion is, it's maybe the correct, but it is not correct explanation of assertion. Why? Because here the assertion is given as the number of plants they cause, number of diseases in plants, like what they rust of wheat, wilt, spots. So these are all the diseases caused by fungus in the the disease causes in plants in the the disease causes these are the fungal infections which cause to the plants, right. So they have to give a reason like that. The reason is also right, correct. They are also involved in nutrient cycling. How? Because with the help of the bacteria, they are along with the bacteria, fungi also breaking down the complex complex organic compounds into the complexes into the simple organic complex molecules. Thereby it is also involved in the nutrient cycling in the biosphere. So here they given the region is also correct, but it is not according to the assertion. So that is why here the answer is children. So for this question the answer is, although the assertion is correct, reason is also correct, but it is not correct explanation of assertion. So if the both assertion and reason are true, but reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. So this is how we have to analyze each and every question in the assertion and reasoning questions children. So we have to check whether the reason is correct for the assertion or not. If the assertion is itself wrong, the reason is correct, we have to keep the, if assertion is false but reason is true, we can give the answer in the like this option, in this option. So we have to choose then it is as a D option. So here is the both assertion and reason are correct, but it is not correct explanation of assertion. Reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. So this is what about the second question children. Let's move to the next question. Coming to the next question. Okay. So here it is the next question. Okay. So here what they given children, budding occurs in yeast. Okay, budding occurs in yeast. And reason is given, budding is similar to the fission process bacteria. Is the budding occurs in the fungi or bacteria children? Is the yeast is a fungi or bacteria? Yeast is a fungi. Yeast is a fungi. Fungi is yeast is an example of unicellular fungi, right? Unicellular fungi. So in the fermentation process children, yeast plays a key role, right, in the making of the it is in the action of the occurs in the dough of bread, it will make soft and fluffy. As it is occurs in the alcohol, it makes in the helps in the formation of alcohol, right. So in the fermentation process, the more the microorganisms which is mostly used is yeast. It is a fungi. So here they are saying they reproduce, they produce own kind of species through budding. What is budding children? Budding means, budding is a asexual type of reproduction. Asexual type of reproduction. Asexual type of reproduction. Right? It is a asexual type of reproduction. If it is a yeast, it is a unicellular fungi. When it is ideal conditions, it forms a bulge like formation at the top of the bud, and it grows. What it children, it grows, it constricts and forms the entire entire another yeast and it is detached from the parent. Here the parent individual will be seen. Here the parent individual we can see, but otherwise it forms a chain of buds. It forms a chain of buds. Right. So this is how the budding process occurs in the yeast. But they are saying it is budding is similar to the fission. What is meant by fission, children? So fission occurs in the bacteria, right? Binary fission occurs in the bacteria. Fission is of two types. One is binary fission, another one is multiple fission. Here see the binary fission, bacteria shows the fission. In the fission, children, the parent individual which cannot be seen at the end of two daughter cells are formed. So here when the ideal conditions of bacteria, it becomes twice in amount, and when the ideal conditions happens, it will make the copies of its own DNA, and it is forms two daughter cells. It forms the two daughter cells, right? So in the end of the process of fission, we cannot see the parent individual. So here the fission and budding are two different sexual mode of reproductions, because in the budding we can see the parent individual, right? Here the assertion is true, but reason is false. And also, children, the fission process occurs in the transverse plane, but budding is not like the budding forms the bulge like structures on the on the yeast and on the parent of the yeast, and either it detaches in the ideal conditions or it forms a chain chain of buds, right? So here the reason is absolutely false and assertion is true. So here the answer is assertion is true but reason is false. Assertion is true, children, and the reason is false, because the budding process and fission process are not similar kind, it is not similar. There are both two different asexual reproductions. So here the answer is children C. C is the answer for this question. Coming to the fourth question. See, children. So here assertion given as penicillium yields penicillium. Okay, penicillium is a fungus which by that penicillium fungi they obtain the antibiotic, right, children? They obtain the antibiotic. So here the penicillium is a fungus which yields the penicillium antibiotic, which which gives the for the treatment for the humans and also animals. So why they are given? So they reduce the the attack of the growth of the microorganisms will be reduced. So here it is an antibiotic. So given the reason is penicillium causes the soft rot disease in citrus fruits. So here they are said about the penicillium yields penicillium, it's antibiotic. So they have to given about the antibiotic as the reason, means it will be quite efficient for the question. But what they given, children? They not given as like that. They given as a penicillium causes soft rot disease, right? So here the both if they, of course, penicillium digitatum and penicillium italicum, they cause the diseases in plants, especially in the citrus. But here they mention the assertion is about the children antibiotic. Why they are they have to give the reason about the antibiotics, but they are given as the plant diseases caused by the penicillium fungus, right? So here they said that with the penicillium fungi they yields the antibiotic as a penicillin. So they have to given the reason about the antibiotic. If it is that, then it is the assertion and reason are true, but reason also correct explanation of assertion will be the right answer. But here the reason is also true. But like penicillium digitatum, penicillium italicum also causes the disease in citrus plants. But here according to the assertion, the reason is not correct. Reason is not correct explanation. So here both assertion and reason are true. So here the assertion, here the both assertion and reason are true, but reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. Both reason and assertion both are true, but the based on the assertion, The reason is not the correct explanation. So here is the answer is children, B is the answer for this question. So I hope all you clear about this question. So if any doubts, please let me know children. So here the answer is B. Though because both are true, but it is not the correct explanation of assertion. Reason is not correct explanation of assertion. So it is the answer children. Answer is B. So coming to the last question of today's session children. So see here, assertion virus that infect bacteria are called. 1 minute. Okay. 1 minute children. Okay. See, let's discuss some more 2 questions and let's wind up the class today. So here the given assertion, virus that infect bacteria are called bacteriophages. Of course, right? So virus which infect the bacteria are called children. They are called bacteriophages. Here the bacteriophages are devoid of capsid. Is it a right statement children? No. Virus having the 2 important main characteristic features. So virus are as they are showing the non-living characteristics or non-living characters also, they are surviving, the genetic material is safe because of the having the capsid envelope, because the outer structure is made up of proteins because of the capsids, because of the envelope. Because of that the genetic material is safe in virus, right? This is how the small they are, although they are smallest than the bacteria and of all microorganisms, they can infect the multicellular organisms like humans, animals, plants and all that, because they have the their outer layer is made up of capsids, which made up of proteins. The genetic material, either the DNA or RNA, it is protected because of that capsid, right children? That is why they can they can be in although they are severe extreme temperatures also they can survive because of they having the outer coat called capsid, protein coat called capsid. So here is the statement is absolutely wrong, because here the reason is children absolutely wrong. Of course or not, is the bacteriophages, is the virus having the devoid of capsid? No, because of there are more 2 important scientists told about this, is Tuort and Tuort, the scientist who described that they have the 2 important features, is one is genetic material and another is the genetic material is covered by the protein coat. They are exhibiting the non-living characters outside the host and they are producing the they are showing the living characters outside inside the host, right? So here the option reason is absolutely wrong, because it is a direct statement from the textbook children, and also we also studied that virus infect the bacteria are called bacteriophages. That is a true statement. Of course, as it affect the bacteria, they are called as bacteriophages also. They are not devoid of the capsids. They are not devoid of the capsids, right? So here the assertion is absolutely false, and the reason is true. Who said that children, virus having the capsids in the outer covering children is the Tuort and D. Hurley. So they are the 2 scientists who given them to the virus having the 2 major categories. One is the genetic material, another one is it is covered by the protein coat called capsid, right? So here the assertion is true and reason is false. Here the assertion is true and reason is false. Here the answer is children, C is the answer for this question. C is the answer for this question. Here is the C is the answer for this question. So coming to the next question children. Coming to the next question. Here is the given answer assertion. Atmospheric nitrogen is only fixed by nitrogen fixing microorganisms, and here the reason is given children. Here the reason is given, nitrogen used for the synthesis of plant proteins after converted into usable compounds. So here atmospheric nitrogen only fixed by nitrogen, nitrogen fixing microorganisms? No, only 70%. only 70% of the atmospheric nitrogen can be fixed by the microorganisms. Another next 30% can be fixed by the photochemical reactions and electrochemical reactions. Another 30% of the nitrogen fixation is happening. That is why, so the first statement is it is wrong, because 70% of the microorganisms which are fixing the children, nitrogen fixing is happening by the cyanobacteria, symbiotic association bacteria and all that, but not the children entirely. 100% is not fixing, the bacteria is not fixing entirely, because the 30% photochemical nitrogen fixation is happening by the photochemical reactions and electrochemical reactions. So here the assertion is false, and coming to the reason, it is as it is the reason is correct or not, we have to see, children. So nitrogen used synthesis of plant proteins converted into usable compounds. Of course, right, children. So by the symbiotic association of plants, children, there are the nitrogen used for the synthesis of plants. They helps in the formation of the nucleic acids like DNA, RNA, protein and amino acids in the nucleus. So the plant proteins, after converted into usable compounds, they are producing which involves in the observed nitrogen content as a nitrates in the plants. They are converted into utilizable form to make to form the nucleic acids like DNA, RNA, proteins and amino acids. Here the reason is true. Children. So for this question, if the assertion is false, of course if the assertion is false, but the reason is true. So here the answer is, children, D is the answer for this question. So I hope you all understood. Assertion is false, because 70% of the only atmospheric atmospheric nitrogen is fixing by the microorganisms. Another 30% will be fixed by the children photochemical and electrochemical reactions. So here the question, the assertion is wrong, because biologically atmospheric microorganisms only fixed only 70%, right? So here the question, for this question, the answer is, children, D is the answer for this question. So this is what up to today's class, children. Let's see, another few questions are left out and we will discuss in the tomorrow session. I hope you all clear about this today's session, and before winding up the class, I would like to announce very important news for you, children. So here we are providing the foundation summer camp in our institute name called NEET World, present in Narayani, Hyderabad, and both offline also and online also. So if you want to join through offline, children, can you happily come to our institute name called NEET World, present in Narayani, Hyderabad. So if you want to join through online, children, down scrolling number is there, no, children. So contact with that number. We will give you the all information about our institute, and we will give you the access our app name called MedWorld. So this is how we analyze the 15 days of children foundation summer camp course. In the first 10 days we are going to discussing about the which are very important topics for the core concepts which are related to the examinations of NEET and JEE. And after 10 days, the 2 days we are providing the activity based learning. There you can know about how how it is happening. You will clear all about the doubts of how it is happening and all that in the activity based learning. And after 12 days, the 13th day we are conducting the quiz. So here on the 13th day, children, we are conducting the quiz. There you can check your efficiency from the before and after your performance, after you done the course of foundation. And in the 14th day, we are conducting the cumulative assessments of subjects of physics, chemistry, biology and mathematics. These are the 4 subjects we are going to discussing about it, children. And after 14 days of foundation summer camp course, children, we are providing the career guidance program. So career guidance program is very essential, children, because if you have a dream, you don't know how to go and achieve it. You don't know what kind of exams are there in to achieve those goals, and what kind of different examinations are there in this competitive field. You have to analyze each and every point based on the interest of your subjects. So, we will give you the career guidance program on the 15th day, children. So, for both CBSE and SSE also, it is both English medium only, and the mode of learning is through digital panel. We are creating amazing videos to get to the concept to be understood for you children. So, here we are the foundation summer camp we are providing, and one of the most important is, children, we are providing the 1 week free classes. So, you can happily access our classes, children. So, this is what about our foundation summer camp course. So, I hope you see in the classes. So, if any doubts, please let me know in the comment section, children. So, this is what about the today's session. I am winding up the class. Let's see in the next session. Thank you.